3A. Grammar, infinitives and ing forms. Watch and learn. I must go to school now. Go is the verb. I want to go to school now. I like going to school. Interesting, one time we added nothing to the verb or before the verb. The second time we have to before the verb, and the last time we added ing to the verb. Now in this grammar video we will learn when do we do that. Now in the first example we have the modal verb must. We have must. Must is a modal verb. Can and could, shall and should, will and would, may, might, and must, all of them are what we call modal verbs. After modal verbs, we add nothing to the verb. No s, no ing, no to before the verb, nothing. We do this also with would rather. I would rather go to school, or I had better. Had better is used the same way we use should when you give advice. As another example, I must go to the supermarket. I may, that means it is possible to happen. I may go to the supermarket. We do this also with these two verbs, only two verbs, so they are easy to remember. Let and make. Let me go, not let me going or let me to go. And the same thing with make. I will make you do your homework. Make me do my homework. Now we're done with bare infinitive. Now let's move on to adding to before the verb, and this is called full infinitive. Bare infinitive, we add nothing to the verb or before the verb. Full infinitive means we add to before the verb. We do this in these situations. First, after these verbs like want, need, would like. Now notice that would like is not like. When you say like, not would like, you add ing. But when you use would like, no ing. I would like to go. I like going, okay? Again, I would like to go. Not I would like going, no. I would like to go. I would love to go. I love going. If you don't use would. Hope, decide, manage, plan, arrange, advise. This is not advice. This is with an S. Advise. What does advise mean? It means you give advice. It's a verb. Advice is a noun. Advise is a verb. Choose, learn, offer, promise, afford, agree, expect, seem, forget, teach, need, try, tell, etc. And more verbs like I want to learn English, I choose to stay with you, I agree to buy this new car, I promise to go with you. The second situation is when we express a purpose. Purpose means the reason why you are doing something. As an example, I'm going to the supermarket. Why? Why are you going to the supermarket? To get some milk. This is the purpose, the reason. After it, be, am, is, are, was, or were, and then adjective. It is easy to learn English. After these adjectives, afraid, surprised, free, happy, ready, sorry, and pleased. Pleased means happy. Like, I'm happy to see you. Now notice that free here doesn't mean that you don't have to pay anything. I'm free to do anything I want means I can do whatever I like. After to and enough, I am not old enough to drive a car, or I am too young to drive a car. I need to get older. After question words, who, what, how, where, and indirect questions like, do you know how to get to the supermarket? Do you know how to get there? Do you know where to find my brother? I don't know where my brother is. Do you know where to find him? After the objects of certain verbs, what does object mean? The teacher allowed the student to go. Student is object. Teacher is subject. So after the object of these verbs, this verb allowed, the teacher allowed the student object, to go. Now we're done with bare infinitive and full infinitive. Let's move on to ing forms. ing forms. We do that after a verb like. What else? We have like, we have love, hate, enjoy, prefer. All these verbs are what we call verbs of preference. Verbs that mean you like or don't like something. After go, I go fishing, I go swimming, continue, stop, finish, start, keep, avoid, begin, imagine going to space, practice speaking English, suggest, risk, spend time. What do we mean by spend time? I'll give you an example. I spent 3 hours. This is time, because you can spend time and you can spend money, right? I spent $3 to buy, not buying. I spent $3. Dollars is not time. I spent $3 to buy this thing. I spent 3 hours working on this project, on this homework. Stop telling me what to do. I suggest. When you suggest, that means you have an idea to offer someone. I suggest watching this video again. As a subject. Like what? Like when you put a verb at the beginning of a sentence. Reading can help you a lot. Watching these videos will help you learn English. Listening to loud music can hurt your ears. After these expressions, don't mind, can't stand, I am interested in learning English, it's worth, how about, can't help, feel like, look forward to. I don't mind going out with you. That means I have no problem doing this. I don't mind doing it. I am interested in reading books. I feel like eating a lot of food. And after prepositions, what are prepositions? Prepositions like in, on, before, after, for. I use a spoon for eating. After finishing my homework, I will go out with you. After finishing, ing. After finishing my homework, I will go out with you. And we're not done. We have few more exceptions. Look, I started to go to school when I was 6. I started going to school when I was 6. Now, one time we used full infinitive, the other time we used ing forms. Is there a difference? No. Both of them are correct. Both of them give the same meaning. We do this with verbs like start, begin, continue, and intend. When you intend, that means you have a plan in your mind for the future. So these verbs work both ways. Unlike these verbs, I remembered to eat my breakfast before I left home. I remember eating my breakfast before I left home. The meaning here is not the same, a different meaning. What is the difference between the two? I remembered to eat. That means I didn't forget. I remembered to eat before I left home. But remember here, that means I remember now. Like if somebody told you, hey, you didn't eat your breakfast, and you say, no, I remember eating it. I remember now eating it. Remembered means you didn't forget before you leave home that you should eat your breakfast. But this means now. I remember doing it. We do this with verbs like remember and forget, only 2 verbs. And now we are ready for practice. Complete the text below with the full infinitive. Full infinitive means we add to before the verb. The bare infinitive, we add nothing before or after the verb, or the ing form of the verbs in brackets. It's amazing. It's amazing. We have an adjective, we have the verb be, we have it. It is amazing to see how easily a modern mobile phone can, a modal verb, can affect, it can make a difference in our everyday lives, can affect, no changes. Picture this, imagine this, a man goes to the city center, do some shopping. Why does he go to the city center? This is the purpose, to do some shopping, to express purpose. The reason, he enjoys, a verb of preference, walking around, looking at window displays. Window displays, things are shown for people through glass to make them interested in buying them. He realizes he might, modal verb, not have, make no changes, enough money to buy everything he wants. So he uses his mobile phone. Why? This is the purpose. To get online and transfer money. When you transfer, you move money from his account to his credit card. Suddenly, he sees a gadget, like a small useful machine, like a phone or something he likes. He wants, the verb want, to buy it, but needs a second opinion, so he sends an MMS. What's an MMS? It's a multimedia messaging service. When you send an SMS, you can only send the text. But with MMS, you can send pictures or videos to his best friend with a photo of the gadget and a question. Is it worth? This is one of these expressions. It's worth, or is it worth, means is it a waste of money or not? Paying 200 euros. Don't you just love technology? Yes, I love technology. Thank you for watching this video. If you like it, please share it with friends. I will catch you in the next one, inshallah. Goodbye.